Good evening, Sir Chan. It's evening because I am recording this at 10:43 p.m. And my name is Mabayo. And let's get started. So, so for me, the philosophical question being addressed is the excerpts of we are discussing ask whether true freedom is rooted in natural inclinations towards goodness and truth, or if it is merely the ability to choose between options without any inherent direction. So, uh, so for my answer, uh, true freedom is indeed in natural inclination towards goodness and truth and develops through moral education. So, what we mean to say is that true freedom involves growing in virtue and aligning our actions with what is objectively good rather than just making arbitrary choices. So, uh, point number one. The reason for saying this is that, as the excerpts tell us, freedom for excellence involves growing in virtue and aligning actions with one's ultimate end, leading to a more holistic and integrated understanding of freedom. So, for point number two, another reason is that, as the excerpts say, The as the excerpts say, ethical experiences and empirical basis of ethics show that human actions are assessed as morally good or evil. That indicating that true freedom is not indifferent but directed directed towards good. So point number three, and the uh, as the as what as what the pages 3 to 29 states that uh, freedom involves self-determination and the conscious direction towards objects and actions motivated by values and goals which aligns with the concept of freedom for excellence. So we also have an objection to point number one. So uh, however, other thinkers object to the first point, since other people argue that freedom should be understood as the ability to choose without being influenced without being influenced by natural inclination or prior moral considerations. For the objection to point number two is that Um, some people counter that moral experiences are subjective and that one considers morally good or evil can vary greatly between cultures and individuals, thus supporting the idea of freedom of indifference. So, and against the third point, many claim instead that the notion of self-determination and conscious direction towards specific goals restricts true freedom, which should allow for the capacity to choose any action without predefined values. So, in answer to the first objection, we say that true freedom is not diminished by natural inclinations towards goodness and truth. Rather, these inclinations provide a foundation for meaningful and purposeful choices that led to personal growth and fulfillment. So, regarding to the second objection, we respond that while moral judgments can vary, the existence of objective values that guide ethical decisions across different cultures supports the idea that freedom involves aligning with these universal values. And finally, concerning the third objection, we answer that self-determination and goal-directed actions do not restrict freedom but enhance it by providing a clear sense of purpose and direction, leading to the actualization of one's potential. Uh, so now we realize that freedom for excellence provides a more integrated and fulfilling understanding of freedom, emphasizing moral growth and personal development. So it has also become clear to us, in fact, the empirical basis of ethics supports the idea that true freedom is directed towards the good, grounded in universal moral values. Moreover, we have now seen that self-determination and the conscious pursuit of goals are essential components of true freedom. It is really the vital point of true freedom, leading to the actualization of one's potential and moral perfection.
In conclusion, we should maintain that genuine freedom arises from our inherent tendencies toward goodness and truth, thriving through moral education and the cultivation of virtue, thereby enabling choices that reflect ethical values and benefit the collective well being. Beginning today, we will dedicate ourselves to aligning our actions with objective moral values, pursuing ongoing moral education, and fostering personal growth and virtue, aiming for true freedom and fulfillment while still contributing to a more just and harmonious society.